Welcome to the Wrestle for Real podcast, the best place to get your post WWE Monday Night Raw show on. Y'all know how we do each and every Monday. Guys, staying with me. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you can always listen wherever you get your podcasts. We definitely gonna be going over this rundown tonight. Has some pretty interesting things on the slate on the card tonight. August 18th, Monday Night Raw. So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump right into it. Show kicked off with Division coming out: Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. Um, just I guess asserting themselves early off the top. Getting ready for the match. Bronson Reed, not Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. I would have later on. Paul Heyman was on fire tonight.
Oh yeah,
He was feeling really, really good being in Philly tonight, man. He is a goat at what he does. I wasn't around for the Bobby the Brain Heenan runs or the Jimmy Hart runs or some of these other managers that you hear about, man. So I've largely my wrestling has been largely during the Paul Heyman being the manager, the best manager guy. That's what I've seen since the Brock Lesnar days, which was early 2000s up until now. He's pretty much been that guy. And I don't know if someone has had a run quite like his or as long as his or as consistent with some of those top people. But nonetheless, we got a lot of ECW shout outs from them. Sabu, Sandman, New Jack, Dudley Boys, RVD. But do you know
the
Stan why
shade.
Dreamer took a stray tonight, man? What
Well, I so
happened,
I
man?
I know Tommy Dreamer said some like slick stuff about him on a podcast.
He's normally on Busted Open.
Yeah, he said some slick stuff about him. They
Okay.
just, throwing the shots back and forth, man.
Yeah, he caught a stray for no reason, man.
And then Braun Breaker added his little 2 cents. I thought that was a
Mhm.
I thought that was a good little touch.
Man, did you Seth Rollins was adding all kind of stuff Jey Uso never said about Braun Breaker's family, his father's uncle. He was adding a lot of stuff I ain't heard Jey Uso say. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, man, what is happening right now, man? Getting them fired up, man. What you thought about these guys tonight, man, on the mic? They was pretty turned up there, man.
Yeah. Nah, that first segment was fun, man. It was, you know, uh, and then Jay having the kids say yeet.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good. That was great
All I
first
heard was, let
segment.
me say it. Let me say it. That's
Yeah,
all I
yeah,
kept
yeah.
hearing. Let me say it. I'm like, these kids gonna say something else, man. These some bad kids, man. You might want to,
It is Philly, man. They
hey,
they they threw batteries at Santa Claus. You know what I mean?
it's ECW. They're used to some very ignorant things.
Bro,
Very, very ignorant things.
I've been up there once for Raiders Phillies game, and I got 6-year-old shot me a bird at the game.
Mm,
Yeah, them
wow,
kids up there, bro.
crazy.
They breed them at a young age. You
Yeah,
know,
man. This
so
it started good with these guys popping off the way they did, man. Paul Heyman was, he's that guy when he's in Philly. It just is what it is. Despite that, I don't know how much of that generation is still around. ECW had a very quick run, and it's crazy the impact they made in such a short amount of time. It's almost like Biggie. Like, people forget how short Biggie's time was, especially at the top. But the impact is like massive. ECW were the Renegades or the Outlaws or whatever they want to call themselves, man. So he definitely had a big impact, man. So he was gonna walk and talk a little bit differently tonight. And now he's with the present Seth Rollins and the future Braun Breaker. So he's definitely still got a lot more juice left in that tank there. We definitely kicked off the show with some star power there, man. Like I said, it was setting up the match with Jey Uso and Braun Breaker later on in the night. After that, I believe the next match we had, if I'm not mistaken, was Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez. I mean, the ladies, I guess they need something to do. The division feels a little dry right now. I'm not sure they're not really putting Rhea Ripley on TV. It's the other than the pop, she's not really wrestling it very much. She's definitely popping out and kind of making the appearance. I guess they're trying to see if they can get someone else to kind of elevate their game. This match was okay. It kind of broke down. Io told Asuka and Kyrie not to help her. And then when things got dicey, Rhea Ripley comes out and it just kind of went from there, a little wild, man. So I was sometimes the end of the match and the antics are a little better than the match itself, especially since this match really to me didn't have much heat or any reason for them to really be going at it. But what you thought about this one with Io and Raquel Rodriguez?
They were just furthering that rivalry with in the Judgment Day, and they were trying to get Raquel some more, showcasing her talents because she did well down in AAA. So they were just trying to build on that momentum, which is fine.
Hmm.
So I mean that's pretty much it. And to further tell that story with in the middle of kind of the Kabuki Warriors and kind of Rhea kind of like fighting over the friendship kind of,
Hmm.
which is it's totally fun. But it's just funny that how like they have her in the middle of this story, and when she was the champion, they were just like, "Oh, we really don't have anything for you." And now you're not the champion. We see you
You got
every
everything. Hmm.
week, bro. So
Hmm.
it's it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the one thing they're able to do with this roster right now is they have so many people that aren't being utilized or utilized really on the undercard that they can, push them over to AAA because
Yeah,
largely TNA is used for NXT as opposed to the main roster. But so they can go get Raquel a little bit of action over there on the AAA circuit, and maybe some other people. They may need to buy another promotion and send them over there and get some more MLW or something else. Just because they're not getting the exposure, and
and
for whatever reason, I think a lot of people just look better in another promotion as opposed to being on this main roster, man. Like they just seem to have a different feel and a different energy. Like I don't feel like we really cared about Dominic tonight, but over there it felt like he was the big deal. It felt like he was the show. It was
man, they
like,
were mad. They
yeah, it
were
was like
mad that either Dominic or El Grande Americano didn't win the title, man. So
yeah, man.
yeah,
So El Grande, I don't think was on the show tonight, or maybe he was in the backstage or something. But these guys look way bigger on a different program. I think the main roster right now is the toughest place to be because if you're on NXT or Evolve or LFW, you got a lot of places you can go. You can go anywhere. If you're on the main roster, you can't go to NXT really. You can't go to TN. Ain't but so many spots at AAA. It's like really tight once you get there. It's like those other guys coming up can just pop up anywhere. And the guys on the main roster, because I mean, what would be the excuse to not send the Pete Dunnes of the world over to AAA or something like that? Like it's just only
yeah,
so many spots. You're not even seeing these guys wrestle. Grayson Waller, even before Austin Theory took a seat. We seen Otis pop out at AAA. That was shocking. Didn't expect to see him there.
yeah. Almost, bro. He was like
Yeah,
the
he was
star
another
of the
one.
night, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, but if he pops out on WWE Raw, okay. One week we might clap, but the next we good. Like we're
Yeah,
gonna forget all over again. Like so they need these other outlets because they're probably not gonna do a Sunday night heat or I don't even know where you watch Saturday night's main event still. I'm not sure. But they're not gonna do another program. So to send these guys different places, I think is a good look. And it even helps if you do start sending the champs over there. I would love to see Lyra Valkyrie with that Intercontinental Championship and pop up on AAA. Like for some reason, that would just be exciting to me versus, her chasing the title right now with Becky or even Becky popping up over there. That wouldn't be bad as well. But it just seems like a new promotion. You jump, it just gives you a fresh coat of paint immediately.
yeah.
Like without you having to do nothing at all. Just, we don't even know who we want you to wrestle. I don't even know who I want them to fight. Just go over there because a lot of them, a lot of them, I'm just getting to know anyway. The only ones they really pushing right now is Val Kingo and Mister Iguana. Those are kind of the main ones that they seem to be showing us a lot of. So if you didn't know no better, you think Dragon Lee is still in AAA. They definitely like showing him bad. So yeah, they was. A lot of this show was definitely on the heels of what we seen from AAA this past weekend. So I'm glad they have another outlet, but it is a very specific type of style that they use. So I don't know that we're going to get too many people over there like we have with Otis or like we have with Omos because they definitely are like the exact opposite of Lucha Libre. So I don't know if we're going to see much more of those guys being over there, but it was definitely a nice touch. We did get the fallout with Io and Asuka and Kyrie backstage with Rhea Ripley. It was a little all over the place. They was doing a lot of yelling and just a lot of, I'm not sure what was going on there, but do you think we're going to get a good payoff for all of this, or is this just something to do once they finally clash on whatever is happening right now? Where do you think we're going with?
I think it's gonna be a payoff, man. It's got to be Oscar versus Io, because I don't
Mm,
think we've ever had that match.
mhm.
Honestly, I mean, Io versus Kyrie would go hard too, but I don't think we've had like that match for Io versus Oscar or Io versus
Mhm.
Kyrie, or even like they can do Rhea and like Io versus the Kabuki Warriors. I mean, either one, but that would be like a good match, honestly.
Yeah.
And then
They're gonna have to deliver on that match because they're not. They need something. They need something to make this all make sense.
yeah, and
I
I
don't
think
think.
since
Good.
them being from Japan, they do a lot of strong style over there, so
Mm.
that it would be a lot of stiff shots, man.
And they
Which
know
would
each other, so if
yeah,
they can have a great match, this would be the time to do it. And we can get a decent payoff from it. So we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. After that, we had Xavier Woods against Penta. Another match that just kind of passed the time by again.
yeah.
Just some guys getting some time. Grayson Wall out there with New Day and Kofi Kingston as well. I think it's nice that New Day is sharing their screen time with Grayson Waller, so he doesn't fall into oblivion. Because without being this sidekick guy, he has nothing. It's not going to go well for him. It's not going to be good for him. So they definitely helping him out. The match was okay. Not necessarily a bad match, but not necessarily a match that I think people cared about too much or really needed. But we want to keep Penta on TV. Obviously, maybe he'll get involved in something a little bit more meaningful as time progresses. But at least he's staying on TV for right now. Penta ended up getting the victory in this one. Any thoughts on this one, man? What you think about Grayson Waller tagging along and kind of going along for the ride here, man, with New Day?
It's good, and because I know Austin Theory is hurt, so that's the reason why he hasn't been there. And I feel like when he comes back, we need that Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller match. But until then, to have Grayson Waller, something to do, him being with the New Day, it kind of works because he can. I mean, he can wrestle. He has a little bit of comedic relief to him. So
Mhm.
I mean, I'm just waiting to see what they're doing here. I mean, I'm not gonna. Oh, it's dead in the water already. I'm gonna give it some time and see how it looks. But so far, I mean, it's been kind of great. Like how they've been playing off of each other. Honestly,
Yeah, it's definitely moving along. It's hard to see where they're going with this because I don't know. I mean, maybe Grayson Waller just gets officially booted out, but does he get officially welcomed in first is the question. But I don't know that it's going to last very long, man. It looks like somebody that's not. It just kind of looks out of place a little bit with him there. Like something's just going to happen really soon, but he's better make the most of it, man, because the New Day is going to stay on TV, whether we like them or not.
yeah.
Grayson Waller runs the risk of being left out in the dark if they decide to go someplace different with this one, man. What do you think about Penta though, man? He's kind of you know, he's kind of just there. It's not as is he just buying some time for something big, or are they getting a little lost with Penta?
I think they're just trying to keep him on TV until they figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I thought they were gonna put him with his brother eventually, but I mean his brother's with Andrade, so I don't think that's gonna happen at the moment. I don't think he's gonna be in any title picture. So if you just keep giving him matches, because the crowd loves him, so you keep him out there, keep giving him matches, keep giving him something to do. It works until that time you're ready to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
When that time is, who knows? Because I mean, it's been what 4 years we've been waiting on them to pull the trigger on LA Knight. So
Yeah, Penta hasn't even had the secondary title yet, or a tag title. So I don't know, man. He would also be another one that if he popped up in some other places, man, it'd be really exciting. He hasn't messed with nobody in NXT. He didn't start there. He didn't. He obviously
he
has.
was too big, honestly.
Well, yeah, I could see that, but it would still be exciting if
Yeah.
he pops out on not necessarily Trick Williams, but Obi or Obafemi or someone else over there. Just to see him. Same thing if he popped out on TNA. I
Which I
think it'd
thought
be
they were gonna do that eventually, because Oba always says, "Oh, I face everyone here at NXT.
mhm,
I beat them all." So like, it would be perfect. That a match with them two would actually be good, honestly, and like it would be good for Penta to put Oba over, because I mean, Penta has no need to hold the NXT title, so I mean, it would
mhm.
just be, but that would be a good match.
Yeah, I would want to see him. I'd want to see Javon Evans with him as well.
Man, that yeah,
I want to see Javon and who's the other guy in TNA, the X Division champ right now, Leon something.
yeah,
Who's the
Leon, yeah,
man? I would like to see
that
that
would be
matchup.
nuts.
Um, they got some wiggle room, but Penta, even obviously showing up in AAA because the American audience hasn't seen him in AAA like that. Him popping up, I'm assuming he's been over there. Honestly, I don't know, but I know they said Ray Phoenix has. I just don't remember them explicitly saying he has, but I'm gonna assume this is not me stereotyping. I just think that the man has been to AAA before, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him pop up over there, man, because it's got a different name and a different fanfare, a different, following behind him now. So this is another person that could benefit from going over there and roughing some things up, man. And hopefully AAA get a TV deal, man. I don't know where they'd fit in this wild schedule of wrestling we have here, but I wouldn't mind if they took over Peacock, man. If them and TNA found a way to make Peacock work over there, or at least them, to get some more recognition since, TNA got something right now. But, still to come there, man. But hopefully Penta get his fire back. We have Finn Balor and JD, the tag team champions, which, if you haven't been paying attention, you wouldn't know that. Versus Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana, another guy, another triple A influence that they've been definitely big on. I think Mr. Iguana is someone they just feel like could sell a lot of merch. Can you distinguish the difference between a lot of the AAA guys' in ring ability? Because it starts to look very similar to me. Like I
It's just the
can't
style. That's the style
can't
that they
tell
grew up
who's
doing.
better than the other.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to like really say because they do so many of the similar things, even though it's different to us. It's stuff that they're doing over there. So it's a little hard to tell who's better than who, but I think he's around because of the character, because of the merch. I think Finn Balor has a doll now because of Mr. Iguana's stuffed animal, and obviously Charlotte's. So we got a stuffed animal collection coming. Everybody's might want to start getting in the stuffed animal business while it's hot. This match was okay. Obviously things broke down. Dominic got involved. Vikingo got involved. They're supposed to be going at it as September, I believe it is. What is the name of it? Do you know the name of that event with Dominic coming up with Vikingo?
No, I
I don't
don't.
know the name of it either. But they got that match coming up, so they was gonna do that type of stuff to get the promo. Very heavily influenced Lucha Libre AAA match this time. I think this match was all about getting that Vikingo match and Dominic match on the forefront. Just kind of officially making that announcement. I think that's what this was about, man. But what you thought about this tag match?
Yeah, it was to tell some deeper storylines. Pretty much, it was. That's the main reason why I was there. Mr. Iguana, his like so. Uh, AAA and what's the other one? CML. That
Mm-hmm,
Lucha Libre style is so deep within both of them. But
mm-hmm,
of course, since AEW is with CML, it only makes sense for WWE to go with AAA.
mm-hmm,
And it was funny because I almost said Vince. Triple H was like, "Yeah, we're gonna let them keep their style, but we're gonna kind of like help them along with the like B style wrestling."
mm-hmm,
So it's been interesting to see, because I mean, Mr. Iguana is like over with the American audience, man,
mm-hmm.
and he can, the Lucha Libre style, he's got that down pat. Lucha Libre, the moves he does is it's just amazing. So he can actually wrestle, and he's a little bit of comedic relief, and he connects with the fans. He's over, so why not? Because when he pulled up in NXT, it was great. When he was, so it's just as long as they can book him, they're gonna do it because the American audience loves him. And it's the marriage that they have with WWE and AAA. It's great so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the longer it goes, the more it might get a little murky for certain topics. Like Stephanie Vaquer, she came from AAA. She left AAA abruptly because some stuff went down behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's certain wrestlers in AAA that she has, I think, like restraining orders against.
Mm-hmm.
So it can get a little like we'll see how they play it. You
Yeah,
know,
if those people, they know. It's almost like the guys in TNA, when they took over, you saw certain guys like,
yeah,
I'm about to get my stuff. Like, let me,
yeah, because
who took my charger? I gotta go. Like, we got to get out of here. Like, it's
yeah,
about that time.
it's like Stephanie got beef, and that's why when they did that her first match over there, that tag match with Lola Vice leading into that, the two women that she's supposed, oh, that I'm pretty sure a lot of that was coming from the heart because she got beef with women in AAA, and they got beef with her. So it's like, hey, let's blur the lines a little bit, kind of like how back in the day when they did with Matt Hardy and Edge. But yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna happen, man. It's the great thing is you still have a feeding system of how AAA gets people. So they still have those people over there that haven't made it yet. That's gonna be coming through that AAA system
yeah,
that has that WWE backing behind them. So they're gonna keep turning those wheels. If you don't get in line, you're gonna have to move on because it ain't just WWE getting new people. WWE getting people from NXT, Evolve, and LFG, and not to mention the WWE ID program. So they got feeder systems all over the place.
everywhere.
Yeah, and that doesn't TNA could still be a feeder system. AAA can be, but all of them could have their own feeder system as well because TNA is a bigger company. They was getting people before WWE, partnered with them, and AAA is their own company. 20,000 luchadors probably knocking down the doors to get in there right now. So, and it's so much room for opportunity, but it also means if you don't get in line, it's gonna be easy to replace you because it's a lot of people at that door. It's a
Yeah,
lot with all the room that they have, with all these different places you can go. That's why being on the bottom might be the best place you can be. Because once you get to that top, ain't no other place to go but just to jump completely off, and go over to AEW or something like that. Like, but if you're in WWE ID program, you got 8 different places you can go to right now.
yeah,
Once you Grayson Waller, it's Monday Night Raw, AEW. That's all he got right now. So he's not gonna have a lot of options. So it gets tougher as you get to that top, man. I'd rather be working my way up. They call me to go to the main roster. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Nope,
no,
nope. Like survival up there, it's thin up there. I don't want to go. Cause like someone just left that comment, man. Like, where has Stephanie Becker been? I don't what has she been doing? She came in with a lot of fanfare. She had the match at she was supposed to be having the what you call it? The match that she won the right for, won the rights to that match. Like, so I don't know what's been going on with her, man, but it just
yeah, they
goes.
got to do a complete swerve with everything. That title match was supposed to be in Paris, and now, of course, that's not happening. So I don't know.
And we don't know what's happening in that scenario, you know.
Yeah, they got a week to figure it out.
Right. They knew. They ain't got nothing. Just lay the title on the ground. We ain't figured out nothing yet.
Man, that whole segment was kind of like I'll wait till we get to that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot. We had Becky backstage cutting a promo, setting up her match with Natalia. Everybody's digging the overseas Natalia or Triple A Natalia, which to me just reminds me of Ronda Rousey, to be honest. But she's kind of got the mean streak over there, and then once again she comes back over here, and it's a clear. Like I just said, she looks normal. No one really cares. Doesn't really matter. It's really tough booking her right now.
which is crazy.
And she didn't go over. Becky went over in this match, which was pretty short. We really wasn't sure if Natalia had gotten hurt early, but this was another match where Becky is like, I want to stay on TV. Give me Maxine Dupree, give me Natalia, and now once things broke down and she was about to take out Maxine Dupree, Nikki Bella comes out. So another reason for Becky to continue staying on TV and staying relevant, staying out there. I think Nikki Bella is it's another solid challenge, another solid match. I don't think we're expecting anybody to take this title off her anytime soon.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this whole thing with Natalia, man, and kind of what they're doing with her? Do they need to just say, hey, go to AAA and just stay there?
I don't know why WWE won't let her, because even
Mm,
before she did AAA, when she was on like the other promotions, she was doing that persona. And I
mm,
feel like that persona would work well in WWE because, like, when AAA, when she was doing that, Natty's been doing it so long that she had people thinking that she was giving like real stiff shots, but
mm,
she wasn't. But
mm,
she's so great at it that she can make you think that she's actually slapping the daylights out of someone.
mm,
And it's like, of course, like WWE, I get it. You don't want to do that version of her because that version has to be booked strong and you don't want to have her run through your whole division. But I mean, at the end of the day, Natty is one of like the great. She's a legend. She deserves one last run, like on her way out the door. I feel like she deserves
mm.
that.
I think
No,
I think her biggest problem is connecting with the fans. I think that's what holds her back. She doesn't really have much charisma the way she talks. She doesn't have that great presentation outside of what she can do in the ring. And when she goes to these other places, now she has the presentation. So now it's like, are you gonna do that over here? Or do we just need to keep you in these other places where you have the one thing that's missing over? And I
yeah,
don't know if they're gonna do that.
I feel like they're nervous to let her do that persona because if they don't book her a certain way with that persona, the fans would be like, "Well, that's a waste."
Hmm.
Because I feel like if she did that persona here, it would work. But it's just like you got to book her a certain way. Like if you have her, if she, since she got beat up at the end by like Becky Lynch, you
Hmm.
had him circle back, and you have Natty like turn into that version that we saw in AAA. Then yeah, that can work. You have Becky drop that title, and Becky goes into the main title picture. Natty has the title, then that's fine. So but it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for her, man. I don't know that they're gonna book her out of this. She might just need to go over there and be that version of herself in AAA. For her, that might be a better career move because I don't see where it's going with the WWE. It's not like there's so many girls that's just killing it right now, and she's still not really getting an opportunity to do much. They done paired her with Maxine, who's very green. I'm not really sure what they're expecting from that. She's just lost to Becky, so you're back at the back of the line. I don't even where do they go with Natalia next week? If I'm her, send me to AAA, man. Just I'm gonna go hang out over there for a little while. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'll get so popular over there and really, really reinvent myself to where once y'all bring me back here, now I'm really a big deal. And that might take 6 to 8 months of the fans calling for it. But right now she's just not looking really like she mean anything in the on the main roster in the WWE right now. So, we're gonna see what happens, but I think we're more so looking at a Becky and Nikki Bella title match coming up. I'm not sure. We have been seeing some behind the scenes stuff with Bailey.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the Wyatt Six. I've heard Randy Orton. I don't know
Nah,
what's going on in her head.
it's that old school Victoria, man.
Oh, okay. So
You remember
she,
when Victoria finally snapped?
yeah, man. We gonna
So
I
this
don't
is
know.
her
Is
version.
she going after Lyra though? Like where is it going?
Oh
I
no.
don't know where this is going. No one's
All
provoking her.
all I know is she doesn't like change her theme song to like something. It don't even have to be sinister. Like it can just something else. Then
Well,
it
if
would
Def Rebel does it, she just got to say her name in the beginning before it drops.
yeah,
That's what they like. But I
which is
don't know,
crazy.
man. She's Bailey is one of those people who she doesn't fit being a heel very well. She
Cause we
looks.
so used to her being like the hugger, man.
I don't know. She would have to change a lot.
I think that's what killed her. She had that gimmick for so long.
Hmm.
And she is nice outside of
And
like
she looks nice. She looks like she loves everybody. Like she really,
she does.
she has that look. Like John Cena has that look where he's just like, you're not a bad guy.
Yeah, cause like Thugonomics John Cena,
You're a nice man
some people like, oh, John Cena was never a heel. Some people like, nah, Thugonomics John Cena was not a heel, bro. It was just a street white dude.
with a chain around his like.
Yeah, he wasn't even heel.
He looks like a nice. He doesn't look threatening at all. You know, he's just like the he's with us guy. Like, no, he's cool. He's with us. I know it looks weird, but yeah, he's with us. Like,
Yeah, I
he doesn't
think
look
Bailey,
dangerous. Like
she can
Alistair
get in.
Black looks concerning to me.
Yeah,
He looks like I don't know what he might do.
you
You
can't
know?
turn him face
Yeah.
ever,
Like I don't
like
know
ever.
what's going on in his head. You know, we should just put him on a list just in case. We're not
He's
saying
gonna. I do like the fact Aleister Black kept the long term storyline of him getting his eye hurt in AEW. So
mhm,
he kept that in WWE with the fake prosthetic eye. I'm like, yo, that's
mm.
the details in wrestling means a lot, and that was a nice detail.
I'm surprised they let him. But yeah, man. She's Bailey is going through her metamorphosis, her change right now. She was a heel when she started Damage Control, and it was okay, but I don't think as much came from it as people were expecting. She had some ladies with her who, once again, I don't know if they just didn't dig in enough or it just didn't fit. Something wasn't right. I think that group was probably designed to get Dakota Kai over, and it didn't really do that. And she ended up getting cut. Like it was like it went the complete opposite way. That's like
I
Braun
was
Breaker getting cut right now. It's like, wait
I
a
was
minute,
so
you're
hurt for
preaching.
Dakota Kai. It's like she can't stay healthy at all,
And
and
she
that's
was
what.
in the inaugural Intercontinental Championship, Women's Intercontinental Championship match
Yeah,
against Lyra
which
Valkyria.
I feel like she should have won that.
I kind of thought she was. I was going for Lyra, but I was like, she has a lot of fanfare behind her, and that might matter. But you know, maybe they saw some stuff behind the scenes as far as whatever she had going on that eventually led to her release, and didn't put the title on her. But I thought the group was for her because Kyrie and a lot of them had already reached a certain level of success. So I thought it was about her. But Damage Control, that Bailey, I don't know. She can get with the Y6. They could use another woman over there. She's just gonna have to do a lot to truly be a heel character and be believable. But it's probably her only hope because her as a baby face, she's gonna need some time away. That's the only thing that's gonna help her as a baby face. You know, keeping someone a baby face for a long time is tough. You know, Cody is surviving, but they be beating the brakes off of Cody to make people feel sympathy for him. They kill Cody every chance they get. Like it's the only way to keep someone a babyface right now. And the crowd booed him a little. He still got booed a little bit. Like it's almost nothing you can do to stay babyface, man. It is terrible. Like it is the hardest thing to do is stay babyface for an extended period of time, man. It is really tough. Cody got booed on a couple of occasions. So and he's The Rock is cheating him, beating him, John Cena, Travis. It don't matter who you get. They getting everybody to beat him up just so he can have sympathy and stay babyface. And he's at the top of the top. Bailey don't have that version. She don't have the Rock version on her side to come out and do something. I don't know who she can get from the past that could maybe come in and help her out or something, man. And I don't know what she's gonna do. You know, she's definitely turning into something right now. So I don't know who she's gonna go after either. You know, we saying it may not be Lyra, but that's her and Becky were the only two she was feuding with, you know,
Yeah.
recently. So I don't know what Bailey's gonna do, man. She's got her work cut out. Her and Natalia gotta better figure something out. Or they gonna be on the outside looking in a minute, man. We about to get Sheamus and Rusev part 12.
Hey,
Do we care about it? How do you feel about this one, man? Sheamus and Rusev,
I'm just glad that
the
we
last.
finally we getting the payoff. Good old fashioned Donnybrook, no rules, just fists. So That's what I'm excited
So let
about.
me ask you something, man, because it's starting to I'm starting to notice this. What stipulation still matters? Is there a
Bro,
stipulation that still matters anymore, or are we just throwing out stipulations?
I mean, cage match, but no one ever climbs out, which I always thought was weird. No one ever climbs out
And they
in a
don't
cage
get
match.
bloody. They're barely using this cage.
Yeah, nah. The Hell in the Cell gets way more crazy. Um, I mean, of course, Elimination Chamber, but like regular ones, like the falls count anywhere. They always end up in the ring.
Street fights is nowhere near a street.
Nah,
Ain't been
they
in the street since Steve Blackman or something.
it's like because the street fights really just mean like extreme rules, which they only use like tables and chairs, occasional kendo stick. It ain't like folks getting like crazy weapons or something like. So it's yeah, and the Donnybrook is literally just
It's a
a
fight.
street fight. It's just all
It's a
this,
fight.
which I feel like with them two, they will do that because they have great respect for each other, history together. They're friends outside of this, so they trust each other to do some crazy stuff, which I'm fine with. And they both big, so it's gonna be some stiff shots in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be some stiff.
And they're in Paris. I don't know proximity wise to what type of fan base that would be for Sheamus or even Rusev, but
It
they
might be
might.
more of a nah. If they was in England, it'd be probably more of a home match for Sheamus because
Yeah, it's not
Ireland.
home for either, but maybe that demo appreciates them more than what they would get over here in the US, especially since we keep seeing them.
Well, Paris, they don't care. We can put like almost out there versus like Hornswoggle. They gonna eat it up.
Or microman.
So it's like they don't
Yeah,
care, bro.
they
Yeah,
just happen to get some
Microman, man.
wrestling. They happen to get wrestling over there, man. But we got that cooking up, so I don't know where Sheamus and Rusev is gonna go after this. I hate to think ahead and not try to enjoy the moment when it comes. But Clash in Paris got it's starting to seem like a pretty deep card. I feel like I just keep hearing matches get introduced. Or maybe they did have to replace the women's championship match, but
Well,
um,
we'll figure out next week what they doing with
yeah,
that.
we're gonna see what happens here. But we do have we did, the most anticipated segment for the week now was of all people Naomi. I think we all got the announcement by now, man. What'd you think, man? What'd you think about this whole Naomi announcement, her promo? What'd you feel about this?
Nah, I was happy for her. I'm glad. It was funny that she stayed in character, but nah, I was happy for her because I know they've been trying for a while, and
Mm,
I know like myself how that is to try and it doesn't happen, and then it finally does happen because she's 37 and
mm,
I'm 37 now. First one was I- like 34, and then we lost them, and then had another one the year. So I've been there. I know how it is. I was genuinely happy. It was funny. My wife was watching. She was cracking up because she was like, "Why is she so mean?" I'm like, "Nah, that's her character." She
mhm.
like snapping back and forth, but nah, she yeah, I'm happy
Well,
for the girl.
for those who watch this, Stan's the nice guy. I am completely opposite and how I feel about this one. Uh, for one, um, I didn't have the same experience. I couldn't stop having kids. So it was very different. Very, very different. So I didn't understand the big deal. I missed the where this, it wasn't my experience. So naturally, it's a different thing. But in addition to that, mostly, I'm not huge on what Naomi's been doing lately. I haven't been very moved by what she's doing. I get she did a character change and she's added some time, and then now you're taking away from what you just gave yourself another two-year run maybe by changing character, doing something different, and now you have to stop and go and be a mother. And I'm sure that's from the way this was announced, something they've been looking forward to and hoping for one day. So that's good for her, definitely. I don't know that it's going to hurt her too much coming back. I'm not really sure. You could look at Becky, but Becky was a little different. Becky was she had reached a level and stardom in the women's division that I don't think Naomi ever reached.
Yeah.
So I think it was a little easier for her to come back, and for her to matter again and be someone that they're like, hey, we could run with this all over again. And Becky only has the secondary title. For what it's worth, she's not the women's champ of Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, but I was ready for Naomi to kind of get off on TV. To be honest, I was ready for her to go. Like, yeah, all right, let's Lyra versus Roxanne for the title. Let's do it, man. Let's keep this show rolling. Let's make a match right now. Make it official, man. But she scared Adam Pearce off. He got out of there pretty quickly. I guess he wasn't ready for it. So, but no, it's a good look for her for them. It's definitely has the chance to, she's gonna have to come back pretty strong. It's not, just about dropping the baby. It's about getting your body back right, and then what's going on in that 9 to 12 month period that you can jump back into. I think
Yeah.
the WWE wants to promote that ability to go do that, and come back and make them feel like it's okay. But what do you really think, man? What do you think? You think Naomi has a chance of coming back and grabbing that title again?
It depends on who has it.
Mm.
I feel like when she comes back in like 14 months, it's gonna be it'll be a good pop. And I think they're different now because like she stated in the past that, like 10 years ago, I couldn't have done this.
Mm-hmm.
And like she stated like it was hard for women wrestlers to get pregnant 10 years ago
Yeah.
because if you leave, you come back, it's just like, oh, okay. And so it's a lot different now. Because people actually care about women's wrestling now, which
Mm-hmm.
is great. And so I feel like I don't know. It just depends on like where they are. But
Yeah.
it would be funny if she come back. She's like, I'm gonna come back with a baby in my arm. That would be nuts.
And she's the women. A lot of women don't last this long. They don't last long, man. All of them don't have longevity,
Yeah,
and
because she's
she's been
been
around
going
for a
for
long time
a
already.
long time. People forget that she was with I forgot the girl's name.
Funkadactyls with Arian.
Yeah,
I forgot Arian's real name. I mean her name in WWE.
yeah, it was Naomi because she was always Naomi, but I forgot the other girl's name. But yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
yeah,
Not in WWE, but her real name is Arian. But yeah, they was there with the Funkadactyl thing, and she was on early seasons of like NXT or something. She came around with Paige, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere
yeah,
around that era. So she's been around a long time. Now you're going, you having a child. You're gonna be another age, 38, maybe 30, closer to 39 by the time you get back. So she's really, and it's good. I think she's had a great career. I was in Orlando when she won that title in her hometown at WrestleMania. I thought that was the biggest moment of her career. So I feel like she's already had that moment. She doesn't really have to do anything else as far as a big moment, but she was just getting some momentum, if not even for people like me who wasn't super interested in her, but for the back. And I don't know how they take that. Politics play a role. We just gave you the title. We trusted you with this. You went to TNA, you came back. We trusted you with the title again after all this time over all of these girls, and now you about to leave us for nine plus months.
yeah. It's gonna
So
be at least 14.
yeah, somebody might feel some kind of way about that. They might feel some kind of way about that. But I don't think she has to do anything else to really prove herself
Yeah. Which
as where she stands in the history books.
which I feel like it will be like TKO people. I don't think it will be WWE people because most of like the WWE like Triple H, Bruce
Mhm.
Pritchard, um, not from Rock and Roll Express. I can't remember his name, but they've known
Michael
her
Hayes.
forever. Yeah,
You talking
they
about
Michael
Michael
Hayes. Yeah,
Freebird?
Freebirds. Oh my God, they've known her forever. So they wouldn't. The TKO people would be like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Because they just see dollars. They
Yeah,
don't care
and you
about
got to
her.
look at it like they've been trying to put the rocket on Stephanie. Lyra's coming up. Roxanne is coming up, and then they might go nostalgia with throw it back on Liv, throw it back on Rhea. So they have a lot of options there. I'm not sure how that's going to look when she gets back. Is definitely going to be a tough spot for her to be in because she was already in a tough spot. Honestly. going into her winning the Money in the Bank before cashing in. It wasn't exactly a guarantee. So she did enough to reinvent herself. It's just, is it going to matter a year from now? Because there's going to be the next crop of girls. There's going to be Soul Ruka's. Soul Ruka's a
Yeah.
problem.
Jordan
She's on the way.
Grace,
Who was that?
Jordan Grace,
Jordan Grace,
Jada Parker.
Jada Parker.
It's some they hire. It's better female wrestlers coming up in NXT.
It's
I
a
mean, you
lot
got
of
some great male wrestlers,
yeah.
but it's more
It's
great female wrestlers, man.
I
Because
like Kaylani. I like
yeah,
Kaylani.
because Zarya can be good too if they
Zaria.
So it's like you on the men's side. Of course, you got Trick, you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Oba, but it's like the women's side. They got. I think they're a little deeper.
And this other girl, I don't know how far away she is, but they definitely, the Cali girl's coming up. I don't know how far off she is right now. Callie Armstrong, I think is her name.
Yeah,
I think she was on LFG
yeah.
initially.
The time of are you talking the black girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
she might be
With the female Kurt Angle gimmick.
right. And we still waiting for I shouldn't be forgetting her name. We're still waiting for Jade Cargill to pop. So that's still a
Yeah,
possibility. So there's a lot there that she's gonna have to contend with upon coming back, man. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy because it wasn't that easy for her to get back to that spot, especially at that age. Once you get to a certain age, man, and it's very few that they give that opportunity to again. Charlotte, I think, might be up there a little bit. Becky might be starting to get up there a little bit, but mostly you've been seeing the Rheas, the Raquels, Tiffany Stratton. That sort of that next generation that came after them, and Naomi came before all of them.
yeah.
So she's
She
taking a
really
big chance.
like her and Natalia
Yeah,
on as far as the roster. They're like the elder statesmen. They're like the legends. They're
yeah,
the mentors.
and that's cool. But she had the title, so she had a little bit more responsibility than that. Whereas Natalia could just float around right now and jump on, whoever and wherever, and try to keep herself going and keep herself out there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, we're still we're definitely congratulating Naomi, man, and Jimmy ain't got to change nothing. So
Now he need a title now. He need a pay
yeah,
raise, man.
you need some money, man. I didn't. Does he? He has no kids.
I don't know because I
No, Jimmy
know
does.
one of them has. I think it's. I don't think they have any kids. I don't
Okay.
think Jimmy. I know Jay. One of them has a son. I think it's Jay that lived in Atlanta, Fairburn, because he graduated from like Creekside a couple years ago, and like all of them was out there at Creekside graduation. But I don't think Jay. I don't think Jimmy. I think Jay had like. I think Jay has like two or three. And I think I might be mistaken, but I think everyone, all of them, had kids except Jimmy because Roman got him, Solo,
Yeah,
everybody. The
Jay got
bloodline gonna be
six,
forever,
7.
bro.
So I mean,
Yeah,
what can they do for Jimmy, man? Is Jimmy on his way to a title, man, or he just gonna
I
keep
don't know.
popping in and out?
I
Because
don't know.
who would he get? Who would he
I mean, because who has the U.S. title right now?
solo?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that can be the only thing that makes sense storyline wise.
Hmm.
But you got to give it like to WrestleMania or maybe after
Hmm.
WrestleMania. Storyline, that'd be the only thing that makes sense. Like him conquering Solo, because, you know. But other than that,
Yeah,
nothing else really makes sense.
Jimmy might want to take some paternity leave or something, man. Just going home for a minute, man. His first trimester is gonna be rough, brother. Trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
Just go home, man. You go
oh
deal with the
yeah.
phone calls on the road. You might as well just go in the house, man. You
Yeah.
know,
That first one.
but
I knew it was gonna happen because the way both of them was tweeting, I was like, "Good lord, bro! Y'all know, not only adults are on Twitter, right? Well,
hmm
I'm sorry, X.
yeah, man. So living in the public eye, man, that's what it is, man. But we'll see, man. I think that means much more for Naomi than it does Jimmy in terms of career wise. I think Jimmy probably is going to be on the trajectory he's been on. Not sure where they're going, but we'll see. He's gonna need a gimmick soon, man. He missed out on Yeet, so he better figure something out. He missed out on Yeet. He missed out on the MFTs. He missed out on Yada I mean. Jimmy's got to do something.
Yeah, it's
He's falling below the pack right now.
like he got some charisma, so I don't know what he's
Yeah,
waiting
yeah,
on.
he does, man. He seems like he tries to be more entertaining than the other guys, but it just
Yeah,
hasn't something hasn't clicked yet. So we'll see if Jimmy can grab some momentum, man. And I don't want Solo to lose it, to be honest. I don't want him to lose. I like him
but
having a title.
yeah,
It makes them more meaningful. Because he was losing a lot, man. Solo lost for like a year, 2 years straight, man. He's
I'm with you. I just feel like that's the only person that makes sense for him to lose to. Like, it doesn't make sense for him to lose to Sami Zayn. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
That don't make sense.
mm-hmm,
You already beat your cousin twice, so
mm-hmm.
only person left is Big Brother.
Yeah, I mean, we might see it. We might, because that title is not etched in stone, man. It's definitely not that. They definitely willing to pass that one around. So, maybe Big Jim could get something out of this, man, while his lady is blowing his phone up.
Yeah, because he
Because
the only one in the family that's never held a singles title, bro. He's literally
everybody got
the
it quick.
the only one. Even extended cousins have it. Your wife held it twice. You're the only person in the entire family that has never had a singles title
Yeah, so I
ever.
don't know, man. He's in a tough spot, man. He should have. No, he probably wouldn't have been able to beat Jacob fairly.
Yeah, no.
Solo had the crew with him, so
Hell,
that would
bro.
have maybe
Even
been a good. His best bet was to get it off of Jacob and then lose it to Solo. At least he'd have that quick just to touch it, because now I don't even know how he's gonna touch it.
yeah.
Because I think honestly, I think Jacob's gonna end up getting it back from him, man. I don't
You think
think.
they're gonna do a trilogy?
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy's gonna get it. He's the only person I think is gonna beat him. Jimmy would be a good look, but I don't see it. I don't see them like skipping over unless they really like we want to push Jimmy because of the baby, the pregnancy thing. We want to just, do something. He's been a soldier for a while. It's possible, but they're so high on Jacob and Jacob's not going to be in the Cody Rhodes picture anytime soon that I think they're going to want to keep him right there with Solo, man, and Jimmy is, those two guys is probably going to be one of those two. It's just a matter of when and how that goes down. But if it's up to me, Solo will keep it.
Or maybe they put it on Sammy and have Jimmy take it off Sammy.
Man, I don't want to see Sammy. If they do the Sammy, it need to be like Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, man. Just please get this over with quick, man. Maybe CM Punk. That was even less time. Let's get this over with quick, man. They need to have a Money in the Bank for the secondary titles. Let's start
You can
Money in the
use it
Bank.
for the secondary title. Nobody ever did it, bro. Charlotte
Right.
was the only one that like talked about doing it.
Remember Charlotte one year was talking about going to NXT? She almost
Yeah,
picked the
that's what I'm
NXT
saying. She
person.
the only
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
ever talked about using it for like any title.
Something,
Everyone
yeah.
else is like, nah, I want the main title.
They need one where it's like I can only use this for the Intercontinental U. Like
Charlotte the
you
only
can't use
one.
it. Yeah, you can't use it for the big dogs.
She the
Like
only
that
one
would
that
be
ever
interesting.
thought, which is crazy that they wait to Charlotte to do that. But technically, they can use hell when our truth was holding the 24/7 title, they
Mm-hmm.
could have did it for that. That
Mm-hmm.
would have been hilarious. But they could have
Mm-hmm.
did it for that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It would add
It's
some
just I
excitement,
feel
but
like sometimes like WWE, I get it. Like the Money in the Bank on the 24/7 title is useless, but that would have been hilarious.
mm-hmm.
And it would have been like gotten people like sometimes you gotta do stuff just to get like shock value and people talking whether it's good or bad. Because after a while you get like everyone's like, oh okay, it's like so predictive. So do something crazy. Like
Yeah.
having a couple years ago having EO beat Rhea on a Monday Night Raw, that was unpredictable. Nobody saw that coming. Stuff like that. Give me
Yeah,
that.
I think that's what got Vince Russo on the outside though. So I don't know how much you want to do that, but that might be how he is a villainated in wrestling right now, man. But they gotta do something, man. For Big Jim, man. He's gonna need a couple extra dollars to
Yeah, it's
get
just a few, man. It's just a
that
few.
that milk and stuff. It all costs, man, and then he's gonna need time off, so he can't work. So, but maybe we'll see something positive come from it. But we got a long time, man. People gonna forget about Naomi, so she better remind them when she comes back, who she is. But Charlotte was gone for a year, came back and was in the title picture. So still got to worry about some of the older ladies that's out there, man. It's not just the new ones. But if there's anybody she's got to worry about, to me, it's gonna be Roxanne, man. I want to see Roxanne at the top, man. Forget about the rest of them, man. I'm Roxanne all the way. But Stephanie's got to figure something out, man. What are they gonna do with Stephanie? What
I
happened?
don't know, cause she's over in Mexico, man.
Because
And
they
she's
set that
got
match up at when did they? That was an Evolution. When did she get that title match? Get
which
promised a
one?
title match for Clash of Paris. When did she qualify for that?
Talking about Stephanie Van Keur?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an Evolution. It was no, was it Evolution?
When did she
Yes, it
get it?
was. It was that.
I can't remember.
It was that. That women's like technically like a Royal Rumble
The
match.
Battle Royal.
Yeah, yeah. Because the
Yeah, she
last
won the
four
Battle
was like
Royal.
her, Last Legend. I think like I think Last Legend might have been in the final two actually, or final
Okay.
three. But yeah, Lash got like a good.
Yeah, yeah.
She got the next up push too, so it's gonna be
Okay. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been 6 weeks that they set that up.
yeah.
And she's really not been around the title picture. She ain't been threatening nobody like that. Like she's been pretty quiet. And now,
That's why I think they knew that she was already pregnant. Because
man,
I mean, they said she was 7 weeks, but even the match before, when everybody started thinking it, it was that triple threat match. She took like a bump to the stomach,
mhm,
and I was like, "Oh, okay." Of course, nobody knew then. But I'm
mhm.
like, "Yo." The next day, she like disappeared off Raw, and then everybody's like, "Hold on, man, she pregnant?" And then why y'all having her take bump like a kick to the stomach? You know what I mean? So it's like maybe she didn't know that
Yeah,
she was,
she's
but
yeah. I mean, stuff. It's almost like when Seth faked the injury, we didn't see LA Knight for like 2-3 weeks. We
yeah.
didn't see him until Seth was the champ on Raw. Like he was like it wiped him for a fake injury. He got wiped. Now you talking about a real situation. Good luck to Stephanie, man. I
I
don't
know
know.
whatever they do, she has to be involved in that
Right.
match in Clash of Pairs. I don't know if they do like the classic little like eliminator tournament stuff but you can't really do that in a
It's
week.
1 week. Yeah.
So you gotta do what's
I want a
the
mystery
gauntlet
ladder
match
match.
or like a gauntlet match.
Yeah, but with ladders. Yeah, something where you don't know who's coming, and we just get six ladies out there. It ain't gonna be Nikki and Bailey. I mean Becky. You can get Lyra. You can get Stephanie. Probably Roxanne or Raquel. Because it's the Raw title, so you got Rhea,
Yeah.
you got Io. Maybe this is where Io and Asuka implode. We gotta speed it up now because people getting pregnant. I don't know. I don't know. They might just scrap it and wait, which is crazy, man. Like, I mean, they was putting the right. I don't know. They plan might have been for Stephanie to win at Clash of Paris. I wouldn't have put that past them, to
Yeah.
be honest. I wouldn't have put it. I think it'd been too soon. But the way they've been moving with Stephanie, I wouldn't have put it past them.
It's
And now,
or either she loses there and like maybe she wins the Royal Rumble and they give her that WrestleMania moment. But it's like now, if whoever you have her go against, if she loses, then you put the title on them. So if that person holds it for like 6, 7 months. So it's like, I don't know.
yeah, Stephanie's in a tough spot, man. I'm not the biggest Stephanie Vaquer fan, but she's definitely in a tough spot behind this one. She didn't even appear on Monday Night Raw that I seen, so she might be in a situation where she's gonna have to show her face out there or something, man. They're gonna have to set up some type of match, but she should have been in Adam Pearce's office going off. Instead of us seeing the Kabuki Warriors screaming at each other, we should have seen Stephanie Vaquer going off in that office. Of like, what next, man? Like,
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do here, man? So it was a little bit of an opportunity there that I didn't think they capitalized on. But they got to figure out who they're gonna put this title on, man. And if they rush it, it's probably gonna be the one person I don't want. And that's gonna be Rhea Ripley. I know they know it's safe with her. They definitely trust her. So if they rush it, it's definitely gonna be her, man. But it's an opportunity to get it on somebody. Uh, just took it off of EO, so now that EO's wrestling every week, she can't be the champ again. I mean, that just wouldn't even make sense. That would be crazy to give the title to someone who's on TV wrestling every week. That's not how that works. So if she does get the title back, she's gonna have to go off TV and not wrestle it or do anything else anymore. Just how they like it. So she may not want to go backwards. So I'm not sure. But after this, we had our main event, Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. The Vision representing on Monday Night Raw, doing what they do, man. This one broke down. At some point, Bronson Reed showed up. LA Knight showed up. Seth Rollins showed up. CM Punk showed up. And then the big dog showed up. Roman Reigns showed up, man. I think every Monday Night Raw main event has broken down, if I'm not mistaken. It just seems like it's been a long time since there was a clean finish in the main event on Monday Night Raw. So it's just a matter of who's going to come out. I thought Roman Reigns was coming out last week. You said you didn't expect to see him. He came out this week. I didn't expect to see him. I don't know what's going on here, but they're just coming out there. CM Punk warned that it was going to be like this all night, telling everybody to just get ready for what's about to happen, man. So glad LA Knight is in the main event picture with CM Punk out there with the big dogs, man. Roman Reigns came out, did what he did, per usual. I think. What'd you think of this one, man? And did it seem like we were getting a Roman Reigns Bronson Reed match?
Probably, man. He gotta get the shoes back, bro. You know what I mean?
Y'all said it's the ones he don't want, though, man.
I know, but for the folks that's not sneakerheads, he gotta.
It is disrespect.
Uh, I feel like he's gonna have a match with him, and then have a match with Braun, and then have a match with Seth, and because I don't know if I don't see the payoff as in putting the title on Roman.
Hmm.
So yeah, and if you want to have the title on Seth for a year and a half, okay, so you have Seth face Roman at this WrestleMania, and then next WrestleMania, you have Punk take it off,
Hmm.
and then Punk can go out his retirement tour with the title, and then you just have him drop it to I don't know LA Knight, who knows, but yeah, because I feel both matches need to happen. The one on one with Seth and Roman, because I feel like this was leading to, and the one on one with Seth and Punk. But they're like doing two stories at once. Like the main event scene has like from Raw has like three or four stories that are all intertwined together. So it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, they think I think if Roman fights Bronson, man, a part of me wants him to lose another pair of sneakers, honestly. I
But he
kind of
gotta
want I kind of want him to lose another pair of sneakers, man.
he
I
gotta wear
want to
some heat.
Yeah, like I think once he gets his sneakers back it's over, man. I don't want it to end,
He
you
gotta wear
know.
like the thing on like the Jordan 4 undefeated. Some heat, like something meaningful. And the everybody be like, all right, yeah.
Once he gets it back, then he's got to fight everyone else and it's like moving up, the board in like the old Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm saying, where you got to fight what was it? Vega and Saget before you get to Bison, you know what I'm saying? Like he's got to go through that or something. But I don't know. I like him losing his sneakers, man. I think it's more interesting than him winning.
Yeah, and plus he doesn't need a title. I mean, Roman has
Mm-mm.
shown that without the title, he's still like interesting. So it's like
Yeah,
he
I mean,
doesn't
he
need that.
still seems like the biggest guy in the company and he
Yeah,
hasn't had this title. He hasn't been booed recently like Cody has. Cody caught a couple boos. Roman
because
ain't
they
caught
want him
no
to turn.
man, and they was so on John Cena. They've made it so life has been hard for Cody, man. He has been fighting the impossible, man. Like, so they like, man, whoever has to do that or had to do that with Cena, at least at SummerSlam, you were gonna get booed. There
Oh
was
yeah,
almost no way around getting booed at that time, man. Cody took it like a champ, man. But this is what it takes to keep him babyface, man. Roman has been able to just stay babyface, and he's losing his sneakers. He didn't get a pair taken tonight, at least nothing that we seen on TV that was aired. But definitely, him losing to me is a little bit more interesting, especially since anything with him and Seth might be a lot further down the line. We don't need to rush that. let's take our time and get there. But everything is moving a little faster than normal right now. But we might get that match at Clash of Paris. The card. Who's the women on the card? Do we have any women on the card for Clash of Paris? Yeah, I don't think I've. That's not
Oh,
mine.
I don't know.
I haven't heard nothing about Tiffany Stratton or Julia. Have we heard anything? Julia.
Um,
I think I've heard anything with Julia. I think it was just supposed to be Naomi and Stephanie.
yeah, I don't
Scrap
know.
that.
I don't know.
Charlotte
'Cause
and
I don't,
Alexa. Nothing.
unless they're gonna do Becky versus
Nikki.
Nikki.
That might replace it. They haven't announced that, but it might. It may be the only thing to get some type of something on the show.
Yeah, cause I mean,
And
cause I
who?
don't Tiffany Stratton. I don't know what she got going on.
She's just backstage posing with the title for the most part.
Yeah,
Jade is still
Nikki.
chasing her. Julia is being chased by Michin and whoever else. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Nikki Bella and
So that might be the one to replace.
Becky, cause there might have only been two on there, so that might have been the only one.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have a handle on that card by next week once SmackDown run through and we
Oh
have two
yeah.
go home shows next week. But yeah, we ended the night with a nice star studded main event here. No titles involved. We only had one title match. I didn't mention that Becky and Natalia was actually for the title because honestly I forgot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Didn't just thought about it. We did have a title match on Monday Night Raw. Didn't quite feel like it, but it did happen. So technically, they gave your girl Natalia a title match. They did do something just to help her along. But yeah, we had it was a decent show tonight, man. We're gonna see what happens with Naomi that title and what they're gonna be able to do as far as getting back to Clash of Paris, and at this point, it's not looking like it's going to be fought or defended. If they do something really quick, it might just be sloppy and unnecessary at this point. So we probably need to wait till. Is it called WrestlePalooza? Is that the actual name for the September show? Is that?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's the one that's supposed to be head to head with AEW's show. I forget what AEW does in September coming up, but that's the one that's supposed to be on the same night as them. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
Wrestle. Wow,
see how
that's
that
funny.
plays out. That might be where they do something with this title, especially it's rumored to be possibly on ESPN. So they might want to do something real big. Poor AEW. Best thing you can do right now is sell. Just sell the company, man. Get rid of it.
Ah man, they gonna keep going.
Get rid of it.
They doing like a 2 week stay or a week and a half stay in like Philly.
They
They
do.
got like
I thought they did that already.
oh they did.
I don't know. I thought I heard
I
about
don't
that
know.
a while ago.
So I know they did it in Texas.
Okay.
They did one in Texas. Yeah, they don't
Yeah, I'm
ever do
sure that
that in
helps with
Atlanta.
travel.
Every time they come here, they just go somewhere different. Cause the two times, like the first three times first time they came, I didn't go because it was like I think it was at Phillips for or State Farm,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were at Gwinnett for 2 years, and then they went to Athens
Mm-hmm.
last year. I didn't go last year to Athens because the tickets were more expensive and the venue was smaller.
Mm.
I was like, that makes no sense. Gwinnett was like great, but they always did 2 days in Gwinnett. That second
Mm-hmm.
day, my ticket will always get moved to a floor seat because no one would like buy tickets for like the taping shows. They would only want to be there for the live shows.
That sounds like how Ring of Honor used to be when I used to go to Ring of Honor
Oh, and they were
events.
at center stage,
Oh my gosh, they'd be in there shooting 30 episodes, man.
bro.
I had walked out at one point.
That
I
was
couldn't take it.
that was my wife's first wrestling show live. Was Ring of Honor. That was like 2017, 2016,
Yeah, I
2017.
think I went when Cody was the big dog.
Yeah, that's
Cody
when I
was,
was there. Yeah,
yeah.
because like they ended Punishment Martinez.
Hmm.
Kenny King won the TV title. I was there for that. And I think they
Yeah,
filmed
man. It
like
was
a month of shows, bro.
they had a great roster, man. A lot of those guys,
Went
obviously
on, yeah.
became even bigger with AEW or WWE. But yeah, that was that type of style, man. It was hard
It
to take
sucks.
this
Kenny
place.
King's just like not doing nothing, bro.
I don't know what happened
I
to
just
a
thought
lot of
Kenny
those guys.
King was
Cause a
gonna.
lot of them were really big. Jay Lethal was really big on the circuit. Um, some of the old TNA guys like Kazarian and
Yeah,
Christopher Daniels, they were really big.
Scorpions, Scorpion Sky.
Yeah, man, and they just didn't quite translate
The
maybe.
one guy that I wanted to like make it, he turned out being a creep. Marty Scroll, man.
Mm. Isn't he still doing like the wild type wrestling or
He
he not?
does like whatever it is, it's like on the smallest of possible scales overseas because no big promotion would touch him anymore because
Mm.
of the stuff that came out, which actually I guess turned out to be true because he's the only one that has not been able to find a job.
Yeah,
Everyone
and some
else, it
look,
ended up
man,
being untrue, but he was the only one that's like not been able to go to one of the big three.
it's so much talent out here that you really got to stay on your game, man. You
Yeah.
cannot play around out here,
Yeah,
man.
that him, man, I thought he was like the next, but he just turned out to be like,
But see, I was at that AJ Styles last show before he debuted at Royal Rumble. That was here. He had a
okay.
show here. They was in some little hall, so I don't even know where it was. I can't even remember. It was some little spot. He was here with the Young Bucks, and it was like his last show.
Was it for TNA?
No, that show wasn't a TNA show. It was like an independent type show with him and
Because
the
I know
Young
like
Bucks.
TNA Ring of Honor, they usually did center stage.
No, it was different. It definitely wasn't center stage. It looked like they was in a banquet hall. Like it was something
It could
real.
have been out, and I know a lot of places use this place. It's out on the south side.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'd have to look, man. Spook
Because I
was
know
with me when we did that too.
when Jonathan Gresham came here with his promotion, he was
Hmm.
at a Salvation Army gym on
They
the west
did,
side of
man.
Atlanta, man.
They
Bro, the
did.
main event, it was him and was it Benito? And
Hmm.
then Mike Santana came out to challenge like Gresham. Yeah, it was because so yeah, Mike Santana was there, Gresham, Jordan Grace, Benito, and
Hmm.
Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia was kind of like unknown when he was there, which is crazy. And then year and a half later, he like killing it on AEW.
Hmm.
And I saw them for like
That's crazy.
$20 at like a Salvation Army Jam, bro,
I
on the
don't
west
know if
side of
they
Atlanta.
have those type shows anymore, man. Like
I know.
all the
I think
independents that was hot during that time ended up going more towards AEW.
Yeah, because I think
So
the
I
only
don't
ones
know
that
if it's
still
still
do
alive.
those type shows, like I know, like Atlanta Wrestling, they'll do a show,
Hmm.
but most of the other places, like Deep South and stuff, they do theirs at breweries,
Hmm.
and they'll get some like AEW talent that you may like. It's some guys that appear like it's a couple guys that appeared on AEW that would go to the ones at the brewery,
Hmm.
but Atlanta Wrestling they still, which Atlanta Wrestling has a good. So I mean, because that's where Tommaso Ciampa. That's why I first saw him at when they were
Yeah.
wrestling over at this bar over on Broadcliff, Toco Hills. It's not there anymore. That
Hmm.
bar it's a Korean barbecue place now. But that's why I first saw Tommaso Ciampa wrestling inside of that bar. But he was like, no one knew who he was. I was just like, oh, that dude looks like Triple H. And then yeah, I was like, yo, he looks like even back then I was like, he looks like Triple H. And then but now he's like, when I saw him on NXT, I was like, yo, that's the dude I saw back in the day for like $10.
Yeah, man. Those are those are still real fun shows, man. I don't see them a lot because for whatever reason, I think a lot of that stuff was Ring of Honor or whoever was promoting it was doing a good job of really putting the word out. And now it's just not like that. Ring of Honor is
Yeah.
in the AEW web and he has all this stuff. So I haven't been to the GCW. I think they were here fairly recently.
Yeah. Yeah, because besides, I mean, them, MLW, those are like the
Yeah.
two, I guess, big, real independents, and like NWA. But
Hmm.
they used to film at Georgia Tech. I don't know where they're doing now. They might, but I think they got a TV deal.
NWA?
Yeah, man, I saw something about them getting on a weekly like TV thing.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
they was
yeah.
on YouTube. They was
Nah,
on YouTube.
they on TV now. somebody posted a picture of their TV guy when they were flipping channels, and it was like NWA Power, and I was like,
That
that's
man
crazy.
must have the 1,500 channel package. Like I don't know where that's
Because
coming.
I was there
How you had that?
when they were filming at like the Turner Georgia Tech studio when Aldis won the title. I was there for that, and bro, it was when I tell you how like they literally, I think those tickets were like $20. We got there early, and they're like, "Yo, like we need y'all to be into it. This was gonna happen." Like they're telling us
Hmm.
that this man's gonna win the title. Before it was literally like I was in a production meeting for them before a match.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was cool though.
You got to do that. Got to do that,
Yeah,
man. Because when people see those clips, it's gonna matter. It's gonna
yeah.
mean something. They don't know nothing about that, man. So yeah, I might look up some shows, man, and see what's going on and what's moving around the city of Atlanta, man, so we can kind of see what these smaller shows are, man, because they do have a fun and a different type of atmosphere. It's definitely more intimate and a lot closer. I just haven't really been to one since Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles was still moving around, because this was definitely post TNA for AJ Styles, because he had was literally a week out from Royal Rumble, was like that Sunday or something. And I think Orlando, maybe they was someplace close, and that's probably why he was able to appear. I think what you call it was there too. The other Bullet Club guys, the two bald guys.
The big guy, like Bad Luck Foul.
No, they might have already been in WWE. I don't know. I feel
Oh,
like
you talking about the Good Brothers? They were
yeah,
probably
yeah,
already
yeah,
in.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were already in WWE.
They was already when he debuted at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
already
okay,
there
okay,
because that's when they started the club. Because everybody kept teasing like
mm.
Finn Balor linking up with them. They kept teasing that over and over again to do like the Bullet Club. They
Yeah.
just never
So it
did it.
was just
I
it
feel
was
like if they would have
definitely.
pulled that trigger, that would have been nice.
Oh yeah, they didn't do that, man. But he was there with Matt and the other Jackson. Super kick party. That was when I remember them super kicking everybody in sight during that show. And that was when the
Yeah,
super kick was big, man. They got to AEW and it's
they
like
kind of killed it.
taboo. Yeah. Man, on the indies, that super kick, when they got the super kicking everybody, that was like the best time of the whole show. They was laying out the ladies. It did not matter, man. And you can't see them slapping themselves, so you just hearing it, you know what I'm saying? So it was like crazy, man. Like they were so big on the indies, man. I thought that would translate into a bigger career, or at least go into WWE. Part of me thinks it's behind them, but I did see Motor City Machine Guns come over, so I don't know.
I don't know if they've never badmouthed WWE.
Really?
I mean, of course, WWE kind of shown that they don't care because Cody like smashed the throne. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Osprey coming over because what he said about Triple H, that ain't happening.
I don't
That
know, man.
ain't
You can't say that, man. CM Punk was
happening.
a problem.
I
CM
know,
Punk was
but
was
yeah,
a big,
but
a
CM
popular
Punk never
problem.
said that Triple H got where he was because he was sleeping with
You know what
Vince
Osprey
McMahon's
has on
daughter.
his side is he's not as popular. It could get forgotten. I mean, once he gets there, it would be remembered. But
Yeah.
it could kind of get forgotten.
I don't like
It could kind of
Osprey.
get
I
forgotten.
feel like the WWE audience would appreciate him, but I don't know if that style of wrestling, because they have great matches, but WWE is more storytelling, which AEW is just like we just gonna wrestle, bro.
If I was Osprey, if I was bringing him in, I would have him pop up at a AAA Triple Mania first.
But and then Osprey first opponent got to be Seth Rollins because he was talking so much trash about Seth. So that's like that can be like
Well,
some real
Seth is the
heat.
gatekeeper. Wherever you come from, you gotta go
Oh
through
yeah,
Seth.
but it
Yeah,
makes sense though because he was talking so much trash about Seth, and Seth responded like, "Bro, I can buy you. Shut up.
yeah, man.
Like you're
So
poor, man."
but that's what I think they could do with AAA, man, is have a guy debut, but go over there, and then everybody's like, they got to be in WWE, right? Like, they have to be part of WWE. Like, they have to go over. Like, it's just almost like letting the cat out the bag without fully letting it out.
Or he go
Like,
to TNA. If he pops up at
man,
TNA, we're like, "Oh, okay, he's on his
he's
way."
here. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
here, man. Like, they
yeah.
have the ability to do that, man. And they can do that with the NXT guys, too, man. There was a time where NXT was really getting the stars, man. I remember that James Storm was on one episode of NXT. I'll never forget
Bruh,
that. I
yeah.
really thought he was coming, man. Like they used to really, they had the stars in the front row and stuff. Like,
We could have got beer
they,
money, man.
man, that was my team, man.
I think if Rude never got hurt the way he did, his career would have turned out differently, bro. Because we never got his entrance was WrestleMania worthy, and we were
Hmm.
robbed of that
Oh,
because of his
I
injuries.
was going to all the shows when I was going to all the NXT shows that
Yeah, I
was
remember when they would travel,
yeah,
like when they did, I would be there because I gotta see Rude, man.
Robert Bobby Roode was it was him and Shinsuke at
Oh,
the
yeah,
same time. Shinsuke was another level. I thought Shinsuke was about to like they never got him to that level on the main
it was
roster.
like I think it was honestly Vince doing that because I feel like
Mm,
Vince was so much of like had a big ego. And I knew Vince knew the chatter about Triple H doing good things with Black and Gold. Because if you think about it, the folks that came up, a lot of them got halted under Vince. It just like I mean, plus also we knew that Vince liked a certain type of wrestler. Like Undisputed Era, they were all too small for Vince's tape. Rude was kind of good because he reminded you of like that Hulk Hogan, not Hulk Hogan, the Ric Flair, like old school type. But like Shinsuke, it just would
well,
have never
he
worked.
never did much with the foreign stars.
Yeah.
It was never the biggest. Like Shinsuke would have had to been like the biggest guy in the WWE based
Yeah,
on
when
what
he
he was doing.
won the Royal Rumble, I thought, man, they might put the title on him. And having him go against AJ Styles, it would have been perfect
Hmm.
to put it on him because that match was amazing.
Hmm.
But Vince didn't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I remember those arenas, man, watching Shinsuke, going to wrestling around that time, man. Shinsuke was like the kind of the big dog. Champa and what you call it was fighting Gargano all. They was the big
Yeah.
rivalry.
And then like AOP actually meant something.
What you call it was my favorite, but she always lost. Ember Moon always lost to
Bro,
Asuka.
that was my girl, man.
I couldn't take it, man. She won one time. I think I almost cried.
I
Like I
thought she
think
was
she
gonna
beat
be
on the
like
main
the
roster or
next.
something. I don't remember when she finally got a win, but she was losing all the time.
I thought she was gonna be the next one because she was perfect. Like I felt like Triple H booked them so well down there, and Vince was just like, I hate it.
Well, none of them really crossed over. I think they lacked that big personality because Champa didn't have it. He had it to in NXT. It looked big for some reason on the main roster. It didn't.
I think the only one
Gargano,
that had it was Bobby Roode, and he got hurt.
yeah, he
Bobby
got
Roode
banged
was the
up
only one.
because Ember Moon. Look, I like her, but she's a little dry. I'm not
But
gonna
now
lie.
she can actually cut promos,
I've
which is
seen a
great.
little bit of her as Athena now,
But it's
but she
just
was in
like
our even then she went down the Ring of Honor. Even at AEW, you're not the top person. So I was like, oh, that's not a good look. Like you're supposed to be the big dog at AEW. Like, what are we doing over here? So they took off TV for a good minute. So I think
and
she
they
just
never
needed,
took the title off of her, which is crazy. The whole time she was off TV, she still had her she still has her Ring of Honor title.
yeah, because she's really that good. She's gotta learn to talk and connect. She just has to get that part, and I don't think she ever really got it. But there was a generation of NXT that was going crazy to where
Yeah, Black and Gold was
man, they used to have the darker ring. It used to be darker. Like it was crazy, man. I to this day believe Shinsuke Nakamura is the biggest, the most over NXT superstar during any time in NXT. I don't feel like no one was bigger than him in NXT.
Finn Balor
Demon Finn,
might be. Yeah,
he
only
was
because
pretty.
like
He was pretty.
when him and Samoa Joe used to go,
He was pretty.
it was crazy.
He was
But
going at it with Sammy, wasn't it? Sami Zayn was they around the same time?
yeah, yeah, like Black and Gold, man. Because and Finn was the only one, if you think about it, because he got hurt. That's why I kind of halted.
Mm.
But he was the only one Vince pushed. Because remember, he won. He was the first Universal Champion,
Well, he had the character. He had that
and then
character.
he got hurt. So it's like Vince like was the only one that he was like, okay, but he got hurt.
Yeah, I don't know if Yeah, I didn't experience Finn in person. I think he was a little bit before Shinsuke, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Before I was really going.
because Finn was already up, and then because Shinsuke's first opponent was Sami Zayn
Okay.
in NXT. That's how he debuted, was
Okay.
against Sami.
So yeah, those were like it was yeah, even Shinsuke now, man, like you try to capture that magic and it's not
Yeah,
really there, man.
because even Oscar, man, Oscar back then was crazy, and then you have her come up, win the Royal Rumble, and then she loses to Charlotte at WrestleMania. And like, why? No, everybody was like, why? What's the purpose?
Hmm.
So it's just like, yeah,
He don't like the foreigners, man. And I'm
nah,
and I get it, the connection to the audience is tough sometimes if you can't really speak clear in the language, the fans might start to tune you out, which is why it's a testament that, Drew McIntyre or Gunther has even got this far. Because they do have very strong accents, but they've managed to stay where they at, and that might be largely due to Triple H because you see, Vince Drew had to go somewhere. He couldn't
yeah.
make it.
And then Gunther had to change his name from Walter and lose weight.
Yeah, he lost 600 pounds, man. So I
No,
don't know what he was on.
Ozempic.
He lost that weight fast and spoke the language, man. He was in training camp. But it's definitely something I'm not sure what he didn't get with the foreigners too much. So anybody coming from that, especially with the heavy accent or barely speaking English, you didn't have much of a shot, man. He was, not going to do too much with you based on trying to connect here on American soil. So, a lot of them just got swept under the rug, man. Triple H is different because he grew with a lot of those people who are now Kabuki Warriors and EO and all of them. He was a part of their uprising, them coming up. So I can see why he cares differently than Vince would have cared about those. Even Rhea Ripley, I think that was under his watch. Like almost everybody that's big now was under his watch. Unless you was there before NXT, which is not many of them, or you never went there. So he has an affinity for people in a different way than Vince would. But that's why Vince was willing to go get Cody Rhodes, but we still can't get. I mean, this is to me, it's the perfect opportunity, man. Shinsuke to just go to TNA, man. Just go to TNA, man. Hit the music and let the fans do what they do, man. Make you popular all over again. You know, he be that guy, man. He just got to get that main roster is terrible, man. It's almost like the worst place you can go. It's no place but down. It's no place but down from that main roster, man. I don't see it being beneficial, man. Thankfully, people like Dominic Mysterio can go to AAA, as well as El Grande Americano, who only got that opportunity because the other one got injured. So he almost didn't have nothing to do. What would have happened to Kaiser if it wasn't for Chad Gable getting injured? Well, thankfully, they have a place to go. Lola Vice is also another one that's coming up with the ladies. She's going to AAA as well. She's been doing that. So you got some people that can go over there, but she can go to AAA, she can go to Raw, she can go to SmackDown. So she has a lot of places she can go to TNA. She has a lot of places she can go, man. So she's in the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot right there, man, where you can go all over the place. So if you can't go to AAA, you just stuck at that main roster. You better hope for the best. You better hope for the best or hope that New Day say, hey, man, just hang out with us for a little while or you're going to get cut. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're going to do with Grayson, but if he don't be crossing over, he's going to have a hard time, man. But they got a good partnership going, man. I enjoy AAA, man. You saw the whole AAA? Or you just saw some, you caught everything from AAA?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah,
caught
I
it.
caught I caught the beginning and kind of the end a little bit. I didn't catch a lot in between. I caught the battle royal. I think that kicked off the show. So I definitely caught the battle royal and the fatal four way at the end. It was a good battle royal, man. It was a way to introduce people, man. Corey Graves was on it, man. He was, this might be where he need to be, man, to help grow that brand over there as far as for American audience. They honored Conan. I was a big Conan fan from WCW days, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Conan was sitting there looking like he can care less. Conan had no enthusiasm whatsoever, man.
Cause he saw all the people saying the last time they had AAA that he was terrible on commentary.
Oh, they did. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they
I
were
didn't
roasting
notice
him.
last time. That was the Worlds Collide in June when they
Yeah,
first
yeah,
did
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I didn't even
they were saying props to Corey Graves for carrying Conan sorry behind.
man, Conan just look uninterested. He looks like and the fan base is like that. I don't know if you noticed that, but their fans don't really stand up that much. They get really excited and you could hear a noise, but they're all like sitting down. And Conan is kind of like that too, where it's like he just like, yo, we just do our show, man. We don't get too loud. We don't do the antics. We ain't standing up. We definitely ain't Pat McAfee. They might
Yeah,
escort Pat McAfee out of there if he came over there. Like he definitely ain't like that. He just real chill. You know, he was
yeah,
just real chill. You can't tell if he's mad, uninterested, or that's his style. So for him to be the head guy for them, you would think he'd be a little bit more enthusiastic. But Corey Graves had it, man. He definitely
yeah.
had it. And Conan was just chilling, man. He was just there so he didn't get fined, I guess, man. But they did honor him, man. So he deserved that. He deserved it on a big scale, man. Conan was that dude, man. That dude back in WCW days, man. He was definitely a favorite of mine. So, but they had a good show, man. We'll be right back here on Monday Night Raw next week. Appreciate you chopping it up with me, staying on tonight, man. I will be going doing the go home show for Monday Night Raw at the same time next week. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Definitely share, man. Listen to wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, iHeart. We definitely there to Wrestle for Real podcast. DJ Ralph V. Stan Spook will be with us back next week. So until then, man, we'll see y'all on the back end.
Peace.